hope this one stay in the socket. I really do. I'm gonna see. I gotta go somewhere. If it don't work this time, I got something I gotta handle real quick, and I'll come back. Cause I think I'm gonna chill again. Well, I went to church last night. But I got something I gotta do. A lot of things. Come on in, let's see how we work this. And we'll get in our topics and talks. I wonder if that's for sale. How much they want. If these properties got any issues. I wonder how much they want. Because it's grown up. It look like they for sale. But I ain't paying a bunch of... You can't halfway find nothing that's reasonably priced to flip. And I'm not going to buy something and then turn around and got to put $50,000 in it to bring it to par. I want to know if you can get... Because the house itself look like it's garbage, but the land looks decent. I don't know. I have to call and see. I have to pull that tab, that address, and see if they want to sell it. Now, I also said I was going to start looking in my paper to see anything that's in a foreclosure, if I can scoop it up before it forecloses. Perhaps you can turn around and just get it from the individual for what they owe on it and just settle everything with the bank for what they owe on it. Hey y'all, come on in here. I gotta run up the street real quick and get back on my side of town. I've been dragging all day long, and my housekeeper is cleaning the kitchen, so I'm not baking today. And I baked some more last night, you know. So if you want to place an order for anything, you can place an order at mamascomfortcooking@gmail.com. MAMAS. Add the S to it. mamascomfortcooking@gmail.com. I always use that S. And that way I can fill your order while I have things left and available. Today is the 13th. So I came to talk to y'all about several things. There's so much stuff going on that we could stay talking about things forever. But what I come to realize was Antichrist people want Antichrist to be here so bad. I wouldn't want to be the Antichrist, but they can give people enough money to make them say or pretend or act. And what I realize is people are not connected to God to the point you worship anything and anybody. Maggots worship anything and anybody. Maggots love power. Maggots love money. Have you ever thought about when you have maggots? Maggots will grow out of somebody's body. Maggots. When a fly lands on your food, it releases this saliva and it's got maggots. When something stay out too long, maggots will come out of it. If a human body is not found within so much time of dying, it blows up in gas and maggots and stuff will come out. You leave food unattended, it gets too hot. Anything, especially stuff that has acid, you can come, it'll bust, it'll have maggots. Do y'all understand where I'm going with this? So what am I simply saying? I'm simply saying that maggots, however you want to put it, they worship God. They worship wealth. They worship power. And they worship success. To the point that they have erected a golden statue of their leader, their cult leader, and draped it like how when Jesus was draped. It's not just a regular statue. It's draped like when Jesus was draped. And they thinned around the neck, and they did this to make him appear to look slimmer. And now the memorial, the Lincoln Memorial pool, is going to have his image in it. Now, I don't know about y'all, but right now he's in China. And this looks like dictatorship at its best. This looks like high Hitler at its best. Everything has to have the name. Everything has to have the appearance, the face on it. No other leader of the free world has ever done such a thing. And for those people in Florida to sit there and make that statue and put it up there and drape it, that ought to tell you these folks. I tried to tell y'all a long time ago, even in slavery, those folks were not religious. Those folks was not connected to God. They didn't know God. They had so much hate. They thought of the worst things you could do. The worst things. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the demons. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because the giants, when they talked about the Nephiims in the Bible, how did the Nephiims, which were fallen angels, have sex with a human? How? How did a spiritual thing that never, ever, ever, watch where I'm going, been in the flesh? The angels was not ever in the flesh. How in the world did they have sex with a human? Watch what I'm about to say. It said that the fallen angels, which we know a third of them fell with the devil, that they made it with the humans. And when they made it with the humans in the book of Genesis, they created these giants called Nephiims, or however you say their name. And they were evil. And they were dangerous, and they were violent. And God told, in the book of Numbers, God told Noah, in Genesis, God told Noah. They were mentioned in the book of Genesis. Then later on, they were mentioned again in the book of Numbers. So that meant everybody didn't die after the flood. That meant all of them did not die. I'm going to show you why they didn't die. You can tell me, yes, they all did die in the flood. Well, go back and read it, because it said they were there even after the great flood of Noah. You know why? Because they were spirits. And you know how they made it? They had to take the form of a human. What's inside of you? What's dwelling in you? They had to take the form of a human. They had to enter somewhere into a human, the spirit, and mate with that human. And they produced whatever they made it with. That's why I tell y'all all the time, stop this foolishness. Quit acting like you don't know why your son and daughter, why they might have a bend in their wrist. Somebody was playing around with some spirits. We don't wrestle against no flesh and blood. We don't wrestle against the flesh and blood. But things can take on. It took on a human presence. Y'all get on in here. Let's talk about it. Because even right now, you look and you see everything that's going on in this world. And how people are changing. And they taking on the spirit of their leader. Who sent you? Come on, let's talk about it. Sometimes people be scared to ask the question. Sometimes people really don't understand the word of God. Sometimes it don't add up. It don't make no sense. You can't figure it out. Well, you know the giants were still in the land, and they were in Canaan. You know they were still in the land, because David had to deal with them. So why do we act like giants can't still exist. Giants, they fall. Now they tell you, well, if your child is 8 foot tall, they got some type of medical condition is the reason why they stand 8 feet tall, or they stand 9 feet tall. Well, look at the Sudan people of Africa. They are tall people. They're 7 feet and 8 feet tall because they do something called jumping. They jump so that their limbs can stretch out and that they will grow tall. Y'all don't want this today. Y'all ain't trying to hear me. I gotta run in and run out of here. Y'all ain't hear me. Hold on, let me unhook this. Is anybody interested in what I'm talking about today? Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Thank you, Crystal Thomas, for the stars. I appreciate it. Baby, let me tell you something. Not only did China get in Mother Linda, the entire crew gone to China for a meeting, disappointed Elon Musk, Trump's 2 sons, and But let me tell you something. Did y'all see where Australia and all them said they didn't want to fool with him? They didn't have time, and that he was supposed to be putting a building up, and they said, you're not going to put no building, you're not going to put no Trump Tower up in Australia. So what I'm saying is that if you go down the rabbit hole, I want y'all to pay close attention to what's taking place. I really do want you to listen to what I'm trying to say and pay close attention, because y'all know I ain't got no glasses on. But listen, did you notice he released these so-called UFO documents? He released the UFO documents. Well, when did he release them? Soon as he knew that they were going to start interviewing the survivors of Epsom salt. It wasn't nothing to see. Mother's Day. Right there around Mother's Day. He did it May 8th. Tat's birthday. They didn't release nothing. May 12th. The survivors are being interviewed. See, you got to understand, our government, he said it on his interview. They asked him, how do you feel about all the people in America and the debt that we in? He said, I don't feel nothing about it. And he told the truth, and I appreciate it. I'd rather deal with somebody that tell me the truth than somebody that's faking it. Don't fake it with me. Tell me the truth. I'm glad to know who don't like me. You ain't supposed to. Everybody ain't gonna like you. But I'm very glad to know when somebody does not like me. Because I have a up on it now. I have clarity on it. It makes sense to me why you do the things you do to me. Because I let a lady in my house one time, and she was the one behind all that stuff saying I took money. I done lost the earring at home. My God, from Zion. At least I know I lost it at home. One earring. My God, I have to find out what I did with it. But I would rather deal with who I know don't like me than trying to figure it out. So let me get back to what I was telling y'all about. I'm going to take this earring thing out. Because something happened. I don't know what. So, anywho, that earring can't be far because I ain't got out the car. So it's between in the house and the car. But I'm sitting here now thinking. No, don't even ask me no questions. I'm serious. Because back last year, in the beginning of the year 2, I kept telling y'all, I can't get out from wondering where Noah's Ark really did land. Because the wood. I don't want to throw nobody off. But wonder if everything we've been told was just a lie. Wonder if everything we was told was just a myth. You know, some of the things in the Bible are just stories, right? They're not you can't trace the person back. It's just a metaphor speaking, a lesson to teach you, a good lesson, right? But they just said in Kentucky, you know, Kentucky has a lot of water up under it. Kentucky get a lot of sinkholes. Kentucky got a very strong, like Niagara Falls, a very strong fall. And a new waterfall just busted out of a rock here recently in Kentucky. Now, when it did, they said it busted out from there was a tunnel, and that when the people went to see about it, because folks start saying there's a new waterfall here, it busted out the rock. They found another entry, and inside of it, they said they found artifacts. They found something that looked like Egyptian artifacts and writings on the wall in Kentucky. Now, we know the majority of the world is water. We know the majority of our body is water. We know God used illustrations and demonstrations about water. I already know I'm missing an earring. Y'all stay focused. I'm going to take the other one off so it don't throw nobody off. We know this. We know water is cleansing. We know we can fast off of food, but you certainly can't fast off of water. So now you're going to go and do these this release of spaceships and things like that. Right when them people start to speak. Now there's a new set of water that circulated. Now they finding artifacts. But it's amazing. Why is Kentucky called Kentucky? Like King Tut. Why is the gopher wood only found in Florida? And God told them directly what type of wood to use. Why did they find artifacts even above me? They found artifacts. And why did they tell the Smithsonian that they couldn't take some of the things and display them? Why, when they found out the Trail of Tears, or Teal of Trails, or however you say it, above me, that they sent the drawings in and they told them this is Hebrew. This is the Barren Strait. They drew the type of animals that they had. So now my mind goes back to Daniel. And you remember in 2024, I could not stop reading and teaching about Daniel and Joseph. Now my mind goes back to when the angel told Daniel, I had your answer the next day. Took me 21 days to get here because I was in a spiritual battle. I was held captive. And God sent Michael to release me. And he said, and I can't even stay right now. Because now I was fighting the spirits. I was the prince of Persia. And now I'm finna go over here and fight against Greece. You think about it. Those are Greek gods. You think about some of the names in the Bible. You know about, did anybody ever remember in school where we learn about mythical things? We learn about Greek things. We learn about gods. The different type of gods. So now, I go back and I'm reading, and it clearly says after the flood that some of them survived. And you know why they survived? Because we ain't wrestling against flesh and blood. We're wrestling against spirits. So in other words, you can still have a spirit of one of them Nephilims in you. A sexual spirit. Some women cannot stop themselves. Yeah, Greek mythology. Some women can't stop themselves. Some women don't. Some things come over you. They overshadow you. The spirit, the desire, the want. You telling yourself no and your body is saying yes. That's deep. That's deeper than the average way of thinking. No, not Latin. Not in Latin class. We're talking about Greek mythology. Yes. Like Apollo, yes. Yes. Zeus and Venus, exactly. Gods. And if you go and you read, and I mean really, it tells you clearly that they survived. In the Testament, it tells you that they survived after the flood. So this is the first and the most famous mention of the Nephilims. The text state that they were on earth before the flood. They were born from the union of the sons of God, which was the fallen angels, and the daughters of men. And they are described as mighty men. Giants. The traditional association with giants come from early Greek and Latin translations. She was talking about Latin, but she was talking about the translation of the word. We're talking about gods in and of themselves. But it tells you, when you read in Genesis and when you read in Numbers, Genesis, it talks about them. And then it also tells you that the Israelite spies encountered them in Canaan. Now you got to understand, you look at where we are at right now. This stuff all took place where? In the Middle East. In the Middle East. It describes them, and it even says after the flood, some of them survived. Let me show you. Let me read it for you real quick. Because it says after the flood. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Full chapter. Because it said there was like grasshoppers. And not just that name. It's like 3 or 4 more names for these giants. But it said after the great flood, you know, some of them still survived. That's what it said. And you know, Caleb and them said, they were like giants. Tell him I ain't over there. I'm trying to find it for you. Because you know the Lord said don't put them on the ark. But it says they survived it. I gotta go. Let me just ask Google to help me out real quick. Google, where is it found in the Bible that says after the great flood, some of the Nephilim survived?
The Bible doesn't say exactly how the Nephilim survived the flood, but it does mention them both before and after, in Genesis chapter 6, verse 4, and in Numbers chapter 13, verse 33.
Okay, let's check it out then. Because it says it after. And the angels who did not keep their positions of authority, but abandoned their proper dwelling, these he has kept in darkness, bound with everlasting chains for the judge on the last day. So you know where we gonna go off of that, right? You know we talk about that there are 4 angels that's bound. And where did I tell you they were bound at? Anybody wanna help me out today? Y'all don't want no Bible teaching today. I can see that. 4 angels. Where are they bound? And when this water resides, when this river goes down, the Bible say they killing angels. They Nephims. And when this particular river dries up, they're going to be released. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I'm not. The Bible says it. Nobody on here my Bible teacher. I'm going to come back. I can't help with y'all. It's the Euphrates. I got a group today. I think it's too much over y'all head. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to probably just come back and figure out something to talk to y'all. This might be too much. The Euphrates. Y'all don't realize what's taking place. And I'm going to tell you something else. These conservatives better stop digging for something, or they might find it. It said that they would be released. Scary thing about it, now they deciding that they want to start trying to tell us things. And I believe God keeps certain things covered. Yeah, they're going to be on 4 corners of the world, but first they got to be released. But I believe God protects our vision, our eyes, and our knowledge. I think he protects us from what we can't receive and perceive. I think some things can be too much for us. And so God keeps us in a place. I believe that. I'm drinking that stuff. I'm finna run in here and get something to eat and take home. Yeah, well, y'all gonna hear me. Y'all gonna hear me real good. I just gotta go in here and order something real quick, y'all. Because I gotta get back on the other side of town. The river is drying up. But the thing about it, Gene, I don't know. Are we ready to know the truth? I don't know. See, this is the thing. I shouldn't have even came live until I got back home. Because the thing is, this stuff is getting kind of iffy and eerie and scary and truthful all at the same time. Have you ever known somebody say, you don't really want to know the truth? You don't really want to know who I am. You don't really want this because what I say, you can't handle it. Have you heard the saying, you can't handle the truth? I don't know if we can. Some people say you can't handle the truth. Hold on, let me see what I'm going to order.
And I said, she said something about the meeting. And so I said, yeah, I know that. Travis got home last night. And I was over when that happened.
I'm going to get us a sandwich.
What did I say wrong? Just because y'all two are right, don't bring it to me. I didn't do anything.
Hey, do y'all have any specials?
Yeah, $6 special.
3 pieces of chicken. Y'all not no sides with it. And what about your chicken sandwich? Okay.
Most of our deals
Chicken sandwich pretty good. What pieces can you get on that deal?
we can get, when it comes to breast like that, we can get
Okay. Let me get 2 of those specials. Classic. Let me get, can I get 3 legs? And the other one, can I get a breast and 2 thighs? And then let me get a sandwich. Just a sandwich. And I want extra pickles on that and mayo. And does it come with cheese? I don't have to have cheese on it. And it comes with onions and stuff. And lettuce. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, y'all. Hold on, I gotta get something for us for later. But it ain't no sign. It ain't stop sign. I hope I paid. And then next door I'm gonna go get me some fries. But that's how I just buy stuff like this. The child stuff's so high. I have to ask for specials and can't get no size. And the things are so high. Wait on my stuff. And then I get Avery something. I got Avery something. Just eat the meat.
You need honey hot sauce ketchup?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
All of it?
Yes. So, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my own. That's it. Thank you.
That's why you didn't get my one.
Oh, yeah. Because we got church all week. And I'm not cooking. Let's go. Are y'all in line? Oh, okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm almost done. This will be it. Hey, Mama Sally. Yeah. Food is so high. Hey, can I get a large fry?
Just a large fry?
Yeah, that's it.
$5.34.
Which one of these? Can I tap?
Yes.
Hey, yeah. Thank you. Y'all, people just leave, don't they? It is mentioned, Miss Sharon. You're right, Miss Sharon Bellinger. Hey, y'all, come on in. I'm just grabbing this stuff and then we're going to keep on. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. I tell you the truth, I'd rather stay at home some days. I just spent $20 and then they give you some french fries and it ain't full. It is not full. But we have revival. Eddie preached last night. But the book of Revelations do speak on the Euphrates. But see, the Bible is you know, I don't know if some of y'all know this or not, but the Bible is not in order. The Bible is not in order. some of the chapters are, Job is one of the oldest books of the Bible, but it's not one of the first books you read about. So the Bible is out of chronological order. And that's the truth, y'all. $5 for some french fries. And they cold. And I would go through the line. But I don't never ask for nothing. I take things the way they give it to me. Let me bless and stretch you. We're going to talk. I don't need them. But I eat one time a day. And they cold, y'all. That's what make me mad. I'm going to go through the line. That's the only thing. By the time I get home, they're going to be like ice. And I can't stand for my food to be cold. I just can't stand it. I'd rather wait on it. They taste horrible. It take away from the flavor. Now my sandwich is good. I like Avery will eat some baked potato with her stuff. I can't eat that like that. But honey, them fries is cold. I don't know.
Welcome to Burger King with your room. What can I get started for you?
Yes, ma'am. I just was in there and I ordered an order of fries and walked out. But when I got to the car and tasted it, they cold.
Okay, come on around.
Okay. Yeah, we are in for some stuff. We're playing around with the Bible, and I'm gonna tell you something. You can wake up spirits. Yeah, but I didn't ever do it, Shannon, that way. I didn't try this sandwich until last year. Just like he's trying like he's trying to really get Obama arrested. He knows that Obama is opening up his little thing that he got going on in Chicago in June. They say the building is made crazy, but he got mad because Obama met with the Prime Minister, the Canadian Prime Minister. $5 for that. I just spent $20 and they gave me a special. You don't get no biscuits. I only got the chicken. I only got the chicken. Sometimes we eat like that at home. And what I really should have done was just took this chicken on that special and went and cut up some fried potatoes and onions. But you don't get no biscuit. I walked out of him with $20. You don't get no biscuits or nothing. You just get the pieces of chicken. You heard what I got. On one box, I got 3 drumsticks. On the other box, I got a breast and 2 thighs. And it came to like, when I got the sandwich, $19. No fries was included. I can't stand my stuff to be, this is cold. I believe what happened right here is she knew I wanted a fry, so she gave me what she had. And they was probably going to drop some more. People will treat you any kind of way. Now, what I put in here, I'm drinking one of these Southern Peach things. They don't really have much sugar in them, but what I did was I put my medicine in it. But let me tell y'all something. Now that I got some of y'all in here really listening to me, listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't wake up what God put to sleep. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. When I go order my food, feels cold, I go right in the drive-thru. I just went through the drive-thru. But it was only because I didn't want to walk back in there talking to y'all.